Welcome guys to another episode on the Extra Mile. My name is Alex and welcome to another sound mod episode. This is not the sound modded car, this is the SLS from Kunos. I wanted to show you the standard Kunos sound of the M5 159 engine in this case, because it's very similar to the M156 that I have in my car. So we have something to compare to. So let's listen to this one for a second here. In my opinion, one of the not so great engine sounds that we have in Assetto Corsa. I think the R34 Skyline is probably the best engine sound that we have in Assetto Corsa from Kunos, along with most of the other Japanese car pack cars actually. All of those sound fantastic. This is, this is the SLS from Kunos. Just to show you how that sounds. So, no backfiring, no drama. Sounds pretty artificial and a little bit muted. So let's go over to the car that I've sound modded. Okay, and here we are with my sound mod, and I'm not super happy with it just yet in every ref range, but I think it's pretty damn good. I've worked all weekend on it, and and the days before that. Went to re-record the car, I don't know how many times now. It must have been like 8 or 9 or 10 times. Let me show you how this sounds. I especially worked a very long time on the backfiring sounds. So you have different backfiring samples for different ref ranges. You can hear the lower ones there. And there's not just one sample per ref range, but it's a multi-sample file. I will show you how this looks in F-mod in a second here. So this is the current state of things. I am happy enough with the external sounds that I can work on the internal sounds now, which will be, well, another challenge to get right in terms of the recording position of the microphone. I want to capture the cabin sounds, the air and the tire noise as well, because that is something that is severely lacking in. Oh, that was nice. Yeah, so for example, when you drive 300 kilometers an hour in a real car, the wind noise is extremely dominant for the experience that you hear. And in most cars, in most sims, that just doesn't come into play. Ah, yes. So yeah, I want to capture that as well and make sure that that is accurate. And that is what I will record today. Right after I have finished recording this video, I will go record the wind noise in the car, and I will probably record samples for the on-throttle sounds as well, the inside on-throttle sounds, and we'll start to work on those. If everything goes to plan, I will release a first working sound mod this week, maybe. The end of this week is something that I would like to achieve. Yeah, let me know what you think, guys. I think it's pretty good, to be honest. I think it's pretty good. It certainly is better than the SLS sound. That we heard before. Oh man, I can't drift an external view. Come on, get back on track. Let's try this one more time. No, it won't work. Anyway, guys, this is the very first preview of the close to final external sounds. And I'm pretty happy with the results so far. Let me know what you think. And now I will show you how all of this looks in Fmod. Alright, so here we are in the Fmod editor. Here you can see all the external engine events. I have stacked them in different events. As you can see here, they're not all in one because I felt like the transition between the samples is not as obvious, or rather it gave me a clicking sound when it was all in one event sometimes, and I don't know, it doesn't seem to hurt to stack them up like that. So let me show you how it sounds. Yeah, so that is what it sounds like now. I had completely different setups at several points through the weekend. At one time I recorded an angel sample every 500 RPM, which I thought would make it easier to transition between the different samples, but that was not really the case. Let me show you the sounds here. So yeah, I did not end up using those, but well, at least I learned that that is not the way to go. It's probably better to use fewer samples and blend them correctly. And I'm still not super happy with the result as it is right now, but I think it's good enough so that I can move on to the internal sounds. Let me show you some of the backfiring sounds as well. Here we have the individual files. I can play them to you. And let's listen. As I said, they are packed into multi-files, which means they randomly will pick one of those samples. I didn't want it to sound the same every time you let off the gas, and as you can see there's still a gap where I have to put in another multi-file sample. I already have those samples recorded, but yeah, this is how it looks right now. I'm so far pretty happy with it. Now I will go out and record the cabin sounds. That's the first step. And then I will record the internal sounds again, because I want to try a different mic position, which should sound a little bit better. And yeah, then I will continue to work on that. So I hope you enjoyed this little update, guys. If everything goes according to plan, then I should have the patch or the mod ready for you by the end of this week. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next episode, guys. Bye-bye.